Okay, number 13. Now you have the potential of doing this as an extra credit problem if you take the in-person exam. So let's practice. Now, on the exam, it will not be multiple choice. This one is multiple choice so that I can, if I don't get one of the answers that is represented, I know I made an arithmetic error somewhere. So the first thing we're going to do is let's factor the bottoms. And while we're at it, we are going to factor 3k squared plus 18k minus 48. GCF of 3 divide by 3 and then make a diamond, two numbers that multiply to get negative 16 and add to get 6. That is positive 8 and negative 2. Okay, so this becomes 3k plus 8k minus 2. Now, I need the least common denominator that will cancel k plus 1, k plus 2. That's it. So the least common denominator is k plus 1, k plus 2. So multiply everything on the left and everything on the right. Next step is to cancel. K plus 1, k plus 2. Okay, so what do I have left? K minus 7, k plus 2, k plus 2. Now, it didn't do any good to have this factored. I know that that came from this right here. I'm going to multiply that back. Now, do you see the next step? I'm going to FOIL these together. Now, I have a quadratic equation. What makes it quadratic? I have x squared. So this is the most powerful term. I'm going to move all terms towards the right where the 3k squared is, and I'm going to solve for 0. I want just to have 0 on the left-hand side. So let's put this in order. Subtract k squared. 3k squared, take away k squared is 2k squareds. Subtract 5k. And I'm trying to set it equal to 0. So add 3. Okay, so I am going to, you could use quadratic formula or you could factor, split, and solve. Let's see if it'll factor. Let's do rainbow. I need two numbers that multiply to get negative 90 and add to get 13. That is positive 18 and negative 5. So we did rainbow, diamond. Now we have to do the box because we did the rainbow because we have a coefficient in front of my leading term. So 2k squared goes here, negative 45. I have 3 terms. I have 4 spots in my box. So 13k is going to split into 18k and negative 5k. So the greatest common factor of the top row is 2k. 2k times k is 2k squared. 2k times 9 is 18k. K minus 5 is negative 5k, and negative 5 times 9 is negative 45. So I have 2k minus 5 times k plus 9 equal to 0. We're going to set this equation equal to 0. It's a two-step equation. 2k equals 5, k equals positive 5 halves. This is a one-step equation, so we do the opposite. So we have negative 9. Positive 5 halves, negative 9. Now we check the multiple choice. So we see that the answer is A. Number 14. Okay, we have a system of equations, but we actually have a parabola, right? X squared and a line. So we have a parabola and a line. They could not meet at all. They could very carefully meet at one point, or they could meet at 2 points. So those are our possibilities for solutions. So we are going to use the substitution method to solve the system of equations. So let's start with this. Now, if there's a coefficient of the y, some people don't want to solve for y because if I divide, that's going to involve a fraction. But I am going to keep the x because there's an exponent on it. And I'm going to substitute for y. So let's solve for y. I'm actually going to move y by itself, divide by negative 2. So y is equal to negative x over 2 minus 2. So I'm going to take this value. Notice I only have one place to plug it in. Okay, so that's good. So we have x squared minus 2x minus 4 times negative x over 2 minus 2 minus 44 equals 0. Distribute. So we have x squared minus 2x. Negative 4 cancels with 2 and leaves 2. So that's plus 2x. Negative 4 times negative 2 is plus 8. Okay, so let's combine like terms. That is going to cancel negative 2x and negative 2x. 8 plus negative 44 is negative 36. You could either solve by factoring, but since there's no linear term, we can isolate the x squared. X squared is equal to 36. Take the square root. X is equal to 6 or negative 6. Now we need to plug in, solve for y. We're going to plug into this one. So 6 plus 2y plus 4 equals 0. 6 plus 4 is 10. Subtract 10. 2y equals negative 10. Divide by 2. Y is equal to negative 5. So when x is positive 6, y is negative 5. But I also have negative 6. We have positive 6, negative 5. Now, what if x is negative 6? So then I have plugging that in for x, negative 6 plus 2y plus 4 equals 0. Combine like terms, 2y minus 2 equals 0. Add 2. 2y is equal to 2. Divide by 2. So when x is negative 6, y equals 1. Multiple choice. Yeah, I hit it to not let it influence me. The answer's B.